If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. XMOGL putting the wow in transmogs.
Really liking this metallic red burgundy dark wine look. Let's break it down. Icecrown Citadel Heroic, 25 man. That's a recolor from the Shaman tier from Wrath of the Lich King. We're also going to be pulling the gloves from there. The chest is a 100-piece Yogg Saron Valorous Scourge Stalker tunic. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick that up from Old War. Always a fun run. The belt, Links of the Bifurcated Tongue. That, of course, is from Throne of Thunder. Megara is the boss. That's a big snake, and that's about a fair drop rate to get that piece. And now we're going to go with the legs, part of the same tier as the chest piece, which, of course, is going to bring us from to Old War, to Wrath of the Lich King land, where there's a lot of snow. Next up, the boots brings us all the way back to Vanilla. Uldaman is the place. That's a Vanilla dungeon. Various Mobs Auction House, super easy pickup on those boots. Doing the spin, showing the cloak, but first the hands, unclean surgical gloves. Icecrown Citadel Heroic, 25 man. Festergut drops those gloves. Good drop rate, by the way. Now we're moving on to the back, which is the Prime Harbinger's Great Cloak. Maldraxxus, got to be part of the Necrolords to get that, but there's plenty of other cloaks. You could use the Gilded Thorian Cloak. You could also use any given red cloak that works with this set. And the weapon, Dragon Soul, good drop rate for the bow. Okay, we're going to start off with the shoulders, which are a recolor from a Shaman tier, Throne of Thunder. That Shaman tier would be from Mist of Pandaria. Tordos drops those shoulders. Definitely looking pretty cool. Now the chest, this is Alliance only, but, well, the reason I say that is there's corresponding legs that match, but the legs are Alliance only. The chest is I think, Horde and Alliance. Quest Reward, or you could also pull it out of Trial of the Champion, which we'll talk about when we discuss the legs, but the point is that definitely is Alliance only. Or Trial of the Crusader, excuse me. Actually, it's Trial of the Champion. It's not. I get Champion Crusader confused. Here's the deal. Since I got them both confused and got a massive headache and I can't figure it out, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to tell you the one that's a raid is where you're going to get those legs. It's also a quest reward in Jade Forest, but that's Alliance only. The hands here are basically wrists. Those aren't hands. Made a little bit of a boo-boo there. And we're pulling that Throne of Thunder. That's part of the same tier set as the belt and the shoulders. The back piece is bringing us to Gundrak Murabi. Starting to use his cloak quite a bit, but it goes with a lot of blue gold sets. And the helm is Legion level engineering. Check your local engineer. Check your local auction house for those goggles with the gold and blue. And the weapon, Throne of Thunder, Iron Quan is the boss for the gun. This is kind of a mix of two different sets that I did in the past with a little bit of a touch. That's from Shadowlands, which would be that back piece. We'll get to that. The shoulders here are the Nighthold Mythic, Tichondrius, 7% on the drop rate. It's 100 tier from Legion. The chest brings us all the way to Vanilla, Razorfen Downs, various mobs, or the auction house in order to get that chest piece, so that's not a difficult get. Now, the belt looks pretty decent, but this is really the only belt that has the same jewel color as the boots and the shoulders, as well as the headpiece, so that's why it's there, but it's an easy get. The legs, part of the same drop set from Vanilla as the chest, although you get this at Dire Mall, various mobs if you want to farm it, or you could buy it on the auction house. Now we have a Night Elf Hunter dude, which is showing the feet, part of the same tier set as, I do believe, the shoulders as well as those bracers, so of course we're pulling that from Legion. Yes, the bracers are Nighthold Mythic, Arcanist Tellarn, 22% on the drop rate for those bracers. You can also go with the gloves if you want. You don't need the bracers. Thought the bracers looked a little better. Nightborn Hunter here showing the back. Bastion, Kyrian Campaign. Not a far stretch to imagine a Kyrian Hunter to get that back piece. The helm is Kultiran level engineering, which is BFA level engineering to get those goggles. And now the weapon. So this is kind of for survival hunters. The shoulders are part of the shaman tier from Mist Pandaria, but this is recolored for hunters, so waterbone shoulder guards. Terrace of the Endless Spring LFR is the version, decent drop rate. We're also going to be pulling that headpiece from that same exact raid, same exact mode, which is LFR. The chest is an easy purchase, Stormwind, Ogremar, Gold, Quartermaster, that would be the Valor Quartermaster. The belt is Throne of Thunder Heroic, Cache of Storms, kind of a fair drop rate to pick up that belt. Next up, speaking of crafting, this particular leg piece is crafted, Cata level leatherworking. Check your local leatherworker. Probably best bet, just buy it on the auction house. Death Scale leggings goes really well with that chest. Next up, we have a Worgen Hunter. Like I said, headpiece looks pretty decent on the Worgen here. Scotty Scale boots. That's Utgard Pinnacle. That's Scotty the Ruthless. I also know he drops a really cool mount, so maybe you get lucky and get the mount. The wrist, Fenclaw Bindings, the Underbog, various mobs, auction house. So that's dungeon as well. You can do that more than once per day, several times a day if you so desire. The back, Cowled Batwing Cloak. That would be Castle Nathria, LFR. Shriekwing is the boss. And the helm, part of the same tier set as the shoulders, but this is a little bit of a different dungeon, Heart of Fear LFR. And the weapon is Wild Gladiator's Longbow. If you hoard, you're going to have to hook up Warmongering. I really like the mixed match look of this set. The green and the blue go incredibly well. Serpent Shrine, or as I used to call it, Serpenstein Cavern. Some blind guy, so it shouldn't be that difficult to take those shoulders from him. Hateful Gladiator's Chain Armor, that's a tier for hunters. Wrath of the Lich King PvP vendor, of course, you're going to get that in Dalaran, Wrath of the Lich King version of Dalaran. The belt here is Wild Gladiator's Waistguard of Prowess. That means if you hoard, you're going to have to go Warmongering. Super easy get, 1 mark of honor for that belt. Next up, we're going to hook you up with legs, which are Hateful Gladiator's Chain Leggings, which are part of the same exact PvP tier from Wrath as the chest piece. So once again, marks of honor. Now we have a Kultiran Dude Hunter, Steelmaw's Stompers, Spires of Iraq. That's of course from a place called WAD. Basically that's 100% drop rate on those boots, so always fun to get. World Storm Gauntlets, the Eye, High Astromancer Solarian, that's a cool name, 22% drop rate on that piece. The back is the Shroud of Luminosity, Naxxramas, normal 25-man, Grobulus drops that cloak, which really looks epic with this set. The patch is a quest reward from the Stockades, that's an easy pickup if you're Alliance, that is. And the weapon, Blackrock Foundry Heroic. Definitely a seaworthy set here. We're pulling shoulders from Icecrown Citadel Heroic 10-man Syndragosa. About a 10% drop rate. That, of course, is a recolor of the Shaman tier from Wrath of the Lich King. The chest, Fearless Combatant's Chain Armor. That is Alliance only. But then again, you have the Tabard, which actually is Alliance only Tabard. Do you think I might have a slight favoritism here? No, it's just all my assets are thrown over on the Alliance side, which is why we see a lot of Alliance stuff. But that's going to change because I'm changing up the format here, and I think it's going to be easier for me to produce videos, and it's probably going to be easier for you to look up things. So more on that probably in the upcoming weeks. The legs are part of the same tier set as the chest. The feet, Necrophotic, I think I said that right, Greaves, that's of course from Icecrown Citadel, that Shaman tier, as well as the hands, but these are recolors that hunters can use. So even though we're pulling it from good old Icecrown Citadel, Shaman tier from Wrath, yes, the hunters can wear this. The cloak that's the third piece, that's Alliance only. The Tabard, yes, we talked about this, Stormsong Valley, Storm's Wake Emissary, Exalted, Rep, and Gold for the Tabard. And the headpiece, Mask of Howling Storm, Mana Tombs, Nexus, Prince Shafar. That's about 8% drop rate. That's a dungeon, so you can do that a few times a day. The weapon, Hateful Gladiator's Longbow. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, giving us a peek, and leave you with a final thought. Whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night like it is here, make your day absolutely, or the rest of your day,